Hi, I'm Rob Gotlieb. My area of expertise is growth marketing. I use digital to grow businesses using insight, and I've done that at some of the biggest entertainment companies in the world. My interim journey coincided with the birth of my first child. I really wanted the freedom of being able to help raise him whilst also applying my 20 years of digital marketing experience. My superpower is about connecting brands with fans, and I'm privileged and humbled to have done that at some of the biggest brands in the industry across TV, film, music, esports, and video game franchises. So brands such as Harry Potter, Napster, NBCUniversal, Excel Esports, and Monopoly. It's been really satisfying for me because I'm so plugged into each of these worlds as a fan myself. I know how the best ways to connect with other fans, and I find it very rewarding to parachute into these companies, use data to gain insight into their biggest challenges, and deliver a solution to help companies either get back on track or develop their go-to-market approach. So Chameleon Collective, for me, it's the best of both worlds. It means I can continue to find the work that I really get rewarded by, helping brands, but also I'm not a lone soldier. With the collective, I'm now part of a community where all my skills are complementary. But the thing that really drew me into the collective were the people. Quite simply, I was in awe of the caliber of people in the collective, and I'm really humbled to be a part of that. Everyone's been amazing and so supportive and really been very welcoming. And during the last 12 months, I've worked with some amazing clients, and I've really enjoyed my time. So the thing I've always loved about digital marketing is that pace of change, which obviously creates many opportunities for growth. So for me, staying up to date with developments is key. I'm a member of various news groups and blogs such as Moz. I listen to podcasts such as Call to Action. There's some amazing influencers such as Andrew Chen, Tim Ferriss, Neil Patel that I'm really benefiting from their insight from. I've also got a strong network. We all talk to each other regularly, both in the collective and outside of the collective. And also, occasionally, I'll go to an in-person conference. CogX, who I've actually worked for twice now, to launch their last UK event at the O2 in London, as well as their inaugural event in the US, is one example of a great conference to attend. Just as music fans will have completely different needs to video gamers, for instance, different brands will appeal to different groups of people. Even different products in the same business, such as video games, have very different audiences. So the other really important part is about establishing objectives, just being really clear about what success looks like. So I'm always focusing and delivering that. Really understanding the right channels for the audience, social media, influencers, emails. Even within those, there's many different opportunities. Capturing data, identify what is working in the campaign, what is not working in the campaign, and change it. Creating a point of difference, doing something extraordinary that will achieve cut through amongst the noise. So that could be a special collaboration, a challenge, partnership with a content creator, for example. Test, test, and test. So regularly A/B testing, ad copy, imagery, landing pages, that will all help maximize conversions. And finally, really important is the whole customer experience. So rewarding fans with special content, such as behind the scenes, having a place where they can express their fandom. So for example, when I was at Harry Potter, I developed a new sorting ceremony that enabled people to showcase their identity, but also engaging with the audience and just being really clear that this is a two-way relationship, and having that dialogue with your fans is absolutely key. I was the first lead marketer at Wizarding World Digital, which is a joint venture between Pottermore Publishing, who represent J.K. Rowling, and also Warner Brothers. I played a key role in launching the Harry Potter fan club, launching wizardingworld.com, the fan club app, a new registration process, and a subscription product as the gateway for Harry Potter fans to get the best of the books, games, studio tour, theatre, and provide the most immersive way for them to get closer to the magic. The strategy that I drove helped acquire 24 million new members to the fan club and 2 million app installs within the first year of launch. And I helped beat industry engagement benchmarks by 5 times, directing the subscriber acquisition using paid media. Video games and esports fans are much more vocal than traditional media fans. Also, gamers tend to skew much younger. Gamers value when they're really being listened to and that their feedback is being addressed, and maintaining an active community is essential. During my time in the industry, one of the best ways to do that was through alpha and beta testing for fans, and that was something that was really effective whilst I was working at Bossa Games. Gamers have a lot more social currency, and they use platforms to share their feelings and debate opinions quite actively. So powerful platforms such as Reddit really provide fans with a strong mouthpiece, and this can be used to drive real change. And I think this trend goes to the fact that games as an art form are just so immersive and increasingly a part of people's identities. And I actually think this immersive point presents new opportunities to engage fans through channels such as in-game advertising, branded virtual goods, or even bigger collaborations with the likes of Fortnite and Microsoft, who have pioneered those with brands including Marvel and Top Gun Maverick through their campaigns. I also think one of the big differences is that the marketing narrative to these audiences is also very different. For esports and video gamers, it's not just about the storytelling. The emphasis is on competition, player skill, and recognition in the community. Finally, there's financial opportunities to be gained by brands beyond the traditional ticket sales and subscriptions. For gamers, obviously, there's opportunities such as downloadable content, DLC, so that could include new levels and skins. I'm obsessed with the funnel, using data to understand what the conversion rate is at each stage of the customer journey. And I've been running performance-based marketing campaigns for over 20 years. It's the foundation of my experience. Key metrics do vary between businesses, but some of the essential ones include the ROI, measuring profitability on how much I've spent versus how much I've earned, optimizing that cost per acquisition, making sure the CPA is well within profitable parameters, and the conversion rate, ensuring that I'm getting a strong percentage of visitors to achieve that campaign's objective, be it a purchase, app download, or registration, for instance. It's not just about paid media though. Organic performance is also absolutely crucial. So metrics such as engagement rate are key, ensuring that the content you're sharing with your audience is of high quality and of value. I've worked with many subscription businesses, and the starting point really is about understanding the audience. So for subscription businesses in particular, it's about acquiring trialers and maximizing the conversion rate of those trialers to subscribers, as well as ensuring that I'm managing the churn rate of existing subscribers. And for me, both are linked to the lifetime value of a subscriber. Another really important part is just to demonstrate that value proposition. Really make it clear what your offering is, how it's unique, and demonstrating that value to the subscriber. One helpful way to do that is to compare your offer against the equivalent one-time purchase. Having the right price point is also a factor. So having introductory offers, including free trial, which is tried and tested in the industry, but also elements such as long-term discounts and even bundles. Having a frictionless sign-up process is another factor. Minimizing the number of steps and required information to reduce that friction is really key. So it's important to be transparent about the pricing and also your cancellation policy so people don't get stung by something they weren't aware of. Having a solid onboarding approach, so having really clear welcome emails or in-app screens, ensuring that subscribers not only get the most out of their membership, but that they're also taking advantage of all the features and you're educating them on that. And finally, retention is key, providing reasons for members to stay subscribed. And that could be through things such as showcasing upcoming content or having a loyalty program. I've also found that win-back campaigns for lapsed subscribers, so using special offers or new features that address their reasons for living is another great tactic to win back customers. I use insights from the data to determine the best strategies. For instance, at Napster, it was a combination of performance marketing and partnerships, making sure I'm targeting the right people within the cost per click parameters and using the right message to encourage them to complete that free trial sign up. I also harness the power of such a big brand to capitalize on channels such as search and affiliates. With Harry Potter, the main effort was about migrating the Pottermore audience across to wizardingworld.com, encouraging them to sign up for emails, and then using that first-party data to, over time, create awareness of new products and services, but also to retarget people that showed interest in certain elements. For SEO, those big challenges include the fact that the algorithm is constantly changing, and it's important to frequently update your efforts because that obviously affects website rankings, keyword optimization and content relevance, and balancing that keyword-rich content without over-optimizing is really crucial for SEO success. And then for technical SEO, it's important to constantly audit your sites to identify issues like slow site speed, poor mobile optimization, and proper indexing, and then integrating the appropriate schema to benefit from Google's algorithm. And legitimate link building programs, including articles, guest blogs, and creating shareable content are some of the key challenges. For PPC, obviously there's a short-term benefit or advantage, but it can be quite expensive, particularly in competitive sectors. It's also really important to target the right audience in PPC. So really using first-party data to utilize advanced targeting options such as demographic, geographic, device, and behavioral targeting. And finally, improving the quality score, because if your ads have a low quality score, that really has a big impact on costs and visibility. So crafting strong messaging that links to a page that delivers against your message is key. The way to overcome these challenges is by adopting an integrated and holistic approach, using insights from PPC to inform SEO and vice versa, like identifying effective keywords and user intent, taking a continuous learning and adaptation approach, because obviously digital marketing is always evolving and it requires us as marketers to keep learning and adapting to that. And finally, utilizing analytics. So doing that regular analysis of SEO and PPC metrics, that can really help identify what's working and what needs improvement so that you can use that to make informed decisions. With hundreds of millions of fans and esports players, this is a very exciting space that's poised for transformative growth. And that's going to be driven by technological advances and shifting consumer behavior. So for me, some of the key trends and developments that I think are likely to shape that landscape include increased personalization. There'll be better use of data to create unique content and engagement amongst players. And that's going to lead to a greater focus on fan engagement and loyalty. I think we are still at the early stages of seeing the immersive ways that AR and VR are reshaping how fans experience and interact with content. And we'll see more new venues for creative storytelling and fan engagement. And that can potentially open up additional revenue streams for brands. I think Vertex are doing some really interesting things here in that space. Obviously, influencers already play a key role. There'll be more community-led initiatives, and they'll continue to grow and use elements such as exclusive content and community-driven events to really power loyalty. And I think we will absolutely see esports enter into mainstream media and potentially even into the educational curriculum. And obviously this presents more partnership opportunities for mainstream brands. Maybe we'll see esports in the next Olympics. But ultimately, for myself as a marketer, leveraging technological advances, maintaining a pulse on consumer preferences, and innovating continuously will help thrive in this rapidly changing environment. It's about identifying a clear challenge for a business and then having the ability to deliver both quick wins and long-term gains for clients. And this is done by having access to an amazing collective of people who have been there and done that and just plugging them in where needed. I really love Chameleon Collective's whole approach about when a client is good, we're gone. And I think for me, that massively resonates as a brand owner. And it really gives me the confidence that they're adding value and delivering change that ultimately is going to increase profits. Thanks so much for listening. If you'd like to chat further, please connect with me on LinkedIn. Thank you.